All right, the heat and sun can wreck your hair. Here with some expert tips on how to protect your scalp, promote healthy hair growth in the summers, Dr. Michael Wolfeld. He is a hair restoration expert. Doctor, so nice to have you back on Good Day New York.
Thanks a lot for having me.
So, I mean, I was just on vacation, spent a lot of time in the sun, and my hair was like fried.
That's right.
By the end of the vacation.
Yeah, so absolutely. So the sun and the heat is really harmful for your hair and your scalp. So you have to it's really important to use sun protection, sunblock to protect your scalp, wear a hat to protect your hair. It's really important in the summer heat.
All right, so can we go through some myths that are floating around the Good Day New York newsroom?
Absolutely.
Does hair grow in the summer?
So hair does grow in the summer. So some people think that hair doesn't grow in the summer, and that's a myth. The hair actually grows a little bit faster in the summer, and that's because there's a little bit more blood flow going to your scalp over the summertime.
Interesting. What happens if I trim my hair? Will that make my hair grow faster?
So that's also a myth, Rosanna. A lot of people think that, but that's a myth. So your hair doesn't grow faster by trimming it. You'll have less split ends, less breakage. It'll look better, but it won't necessarily grow faster.
All right. Now, I was dealing with a lot of chlorine and salt water. Please tell me that chlorine and salt water does not lead to baldness.
So that's a myth. It doesn't lead to baldness, but chlorine and salt water can damage your hair. The chlorine can strip the oils from your hair. Salt water can dry out your hair. So it's important to rinse your hair with fresh water both before and after you go swimming. It's really important.
Now, if I wear a hat or my husband wears a hat, will that cause baldness?
Another myth. Everybody thinks that. They've been told that from the time that they were a teenager, and that's a myth. Hats don't cause baldness. So you can wear a hat, not too tight, the tension is not great, but you can wear a hat, it won't cause balding.
All right, so Doc, you're in the restoration business here.
Yes.
You have some fancy machine. I've never heard about this machine. You're going to demo how this helps stimulate the growth of your hair?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do all this skincare for our skin, but it's really important to take care of our scalp as well. So this is actually skincare for your scalp. It's the Hydra-Facial Keravive treatment, and what we're doing is that we are cleansing the scalp, removing and suctioning away the impurities. It's exfoliating the scalp, and at the same time there's infusion of what we call peptides that are growth factors that can help to stimulate hair strengthening.
Hey Doc, let's get a little closer because
Sure.
I want to see this. So it's sucking things out?
Absolutely. So there's what's called a vortex technology, and it's suctioning the grime and the impurities that build up in the scalp from the environment and from products that you use. So it's really cleansing it really well. And we actually have a before and after photo that we can show.
Okay, let's see a before and after photo right now as we continue to do this machine. Okay, so.
Yeah, so what you can see is on the left is what a scalp may look like with products you may use or environmental pollutants that build up in your scalp. And on the right is after the treatment, and it's a cleaner scalp, a healthier scalp, and that's a good base for better hair growth. And
so that's what I wanted to ask you. How, like, what's the possibility of hair growth without using some products? I mean, does that actually stimulate hair growth, or just gives you a cleaner scalp so then you can use some of these products to stimulate the hair growth?
So it gives you a cleaner scalp, so you have less inflammation, less irritation, so it feels better. But when it infuses these peptides, that actually can help to strengthen your hair as well. So it does both things, cleanses and infuses some nourishment to your scalp as well.
I mean, I think what we've learned over the years is, you know, men, we would always see like the beginnings of hair loss, and women, we wouldn't talk about it.
Right.
But as we get older, we also lose hair. And at what point do you start to see that decline in your hair loss?
So we see it in men and women, that's absolutely true. And as you age, it's a gradual process that your hair may continue to thin. But there are treatments available that can help to stimulate and help to strengthen your hair. So it's best to come in, be evaluated, and see what options may be best for you.
I mean, Rogaine, that kind of stuff that we see commercials for all the time, is that a good product?
Yeah, Rogaine does help. It helps for men and for women. There's different percentages for men or for women, but Rogaine does help. It does help to strengthen your hair, so it's something that you can get over the counter as well. So it is something that can help and should be used.
Are there any risks to using any of these things, including the risk of, you know, cleaning your scalp with that?
So
machine?
there's really no real risk to this treatment. It's a superficial treatment, and it's just helps. It's like a scalp massage. Rogaine, which the generic is minoxidil, can irritate your scalp potentially in some people. So it's best to see somebody, discuss it with somebody, a professional, before you start any treatments.
And how often would you have to do something like that, and what does it cost?
So this treatment, generally we do 3 treatments once a month for 3 treatments. It's about $400 to $500 per treatment. And we evaluate after the treatment, and then we can determine how many more you may need.
Gotcha. Doc, where can people find you?
So my website is wolfeldhair.com. My Instagram is at Dr. Wolfeld as well. So.
Dr. Michael Wolfeld here. Thank you so much for sharing this information. And then I guess a lot of conditioner to deal with the sun, right?
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
Thanks for
okay.